Hi everyone! How's everybody today? I am so excited with this new product that is going to roll out in Healy my understanding is sometime in June. We don't have a date yet, but stay tuned because there will be more information to come. I'm going to talk about MagHealy today. It's a brand new product coming out of Healy. Um, we just had the first of the 5 trainings with our founder Marcus, and the next one I believe is on May 13th or something. If you have not, please register, check your email, register for a training. And my understanding is you can also watch the recording if you register as well, if you cannot attend live. So please do that. Before we start, well, first of all, this training is meant to just identify some of the highlights. And for the details, please go to the training and listen to Marcus. I also have Marcus first training uploaded on YouTube as well, so you can refer to the details. And as he's the founder, his training is going to be a lot more detail. Um, as a reminder, Healy is not a device to heal any disease or anything. It's there to help us to harmonize and optimize our bioenergetic field to optimize our wellness. Let's get started. Well, before we get started, I need to take a minute to explain, to introduce the one of the key person that's involved in this special project. Her name is Dr. Carolyn McMakin. So it's actually, this is kind of like a partnership between Dr. McMakin and Healy, and they've been working on this device for many years, and finally it's coming out. It's very exciting. And Dr. Carolyn McMakin is one of the pioneers in the frequencies world. Um, um, so back in I think he started using dual frequencies in around 1996, around there. And the stories go basically, he actually found an old frequencies device through his network, and that was actually produced. It was produced back in the 1920s. Um, the frequencies therapies was suppressed by the medical world, and so this machine was hidden at the back of a clinic, and it was eventually rediscovered, and she was able to get a list of frequencies that was able to effectively take care of a lot of the health issues by using two channels of different frequency at the same time. So basically there are 2 channels, and applying the 2 channels of frequencies at the same time. And he called it FSM, which is frequency specific microcurrent. And so that was it. And she started treating people, and she has trained over 4,000 practitioners around the whole world. So she's very, very famous in the frequencies world. And we're just so excited, Healy, that she has agreed to basically open up her technology and to share with us with the MagHealy. And so she's also written a book called The Resonance Effect. You can actually buy it on Amazon, and there's also videos on the YouTube. You can also learn more about her um, her work. So MagHealy, what is the MagHealy? Well, there are 4 major applications with the MagHealy. Namely the classical applications, atmosphere applications, water application, and the McMakin applications. So I'm going to quickly go through each of them more in detail, so that you know what they are about. Okay. Well, first of all, the classic applications represent a list of proven classical frequencies that are effective, that have been used in the using the magnetic field applications. So these are a list of frequencies that are effective that's in treating different issues. The second application is called the atmosphere applications, and it has to do QAF, which is quantum analyzed frequencies, through a spatial extended magnetic field. And the third application is called the water applications. It's designed to inform our water, energize and activate our drinking waters. So it's very, very interesting. And the fourth applications, as I mentioned, because of the partnership with Dr. McMakin, it's basically consists of a list of 24 specially selected frequencies developed by Dr. McMakin, using various combinations of dual magnetic frequencies to effectively address different imbalances in our bioenergetic field. So the first application, the classic applications, as I say, there are more detailed trainings coming in the next few weeks. So stay tuned for more detail on each of these applications. But preliminary, we know that under the classical applications, there are different frequencies that are taking care of sleeping, giving you more energies, optimize in the areas of regenerations, taking care of chronic technique, enhancing circulation. There's one of the application has to do with the earth. As you know, our health is affected by the information field, which consists of the frequencies that's coming from everywhere, even the planet. So it's exciting. Vitality is a C vitality. We don't know what that is, but we're looking forward to learn more from Marcus on that. And positive mood, that's our mood, our emotions is very important. So to further enhance that, that's exciting. Taking care of pressures and etc. Now, the second application has to do with optimizing our living space, the atmosphere. And so based on what Marcus was sharing, it actually the magnetic field, if you put the Healy in your living space, it's going to extend to 1 to 1.5 meters, or about 5 feet. In fact, he has mentioned that the effect can extend beyond that, because the vibration actually, extend and ripple down beyond that. So that's very exciting. So you can use it in your home, you can put it in your house, or you can put it in your workspace or inside your car. So that would, the magnetic frequencies will benefit everybody living in the space. If you're having a meeting, in an office, then everybody will benefit from that. And a little bit about the background of this discovery is that Marcus was actually, before he started Time Waver, which is our parent company, about 15 years ago, he actually went to India and become a monk for about 12 years. And so from there, he has learned deeply about spirituality, and from there he also learned the benefit of space, so which is kind of the foundation of this atmosphere module. He says something about, there's something magical about the space, and there's a lot of there's a lot of energies in our living space, and by optimizing the energies in our living space with the right frequencies, and you have different benefits. So we're all very excited to use this, and it's going to be the MagHealy is going to be battery operated, so it's very, very simple to use. Coupled with the app for use selecting different applications. And under the atmosphere applications, there are many different frequencies to optimize different purposes, such as for office setting, for work environment, um, eating, helping us to digest our food better. And one of the modules is very interesting called plant growing, right? The plants also have frequencies. Everything in the universe is frequencies. So if you are growing a lot of plants in your house, that's also the frequency can also enhance the growth of these plants. And of course, these plants, the more vibrant they are, they also give out positive frequencies. So it's going to be like you will feed off each other, right? And so as you can see, there's just many frequencies like learning, right? Helping learning, concentration, study. This is going to be a game changer for people with dementia or Alzheimer's, or there's a lot of kids with ADHD, autism. I'm sure that's going to help them to concentrate better and learn better. Even like cooking, that's interesting. Food is so important. We all saying like the benefit of eating whole food, preparing, buying the right food. So there's going to be frequency enhancing that. That is so cool. There's actually a car wellness module. As you know, and we're driving outside, we are constantly bombarded with different influence in the information field. There's also specific influence of the uh, uh, frequencies in the car. So to optimize it, or if you're riding on a plane, if you go down the list, sexuality, interesting. That doesn't need a lot of explanation. Um, Creativity, right? If you are an artist, or if you're in a work environment that require creativity, there's different frequencies to enhance that. Um, Family harmony, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, definitely. I personally definitely need that one. Relationships, electrosensitivity, harmonization. There's a module called children playing. So put this in your space where your kids, your baby are developing. It's just that they need the support is going to be so crucial. Imagine having this in a school or in a nursery. That is going to be a game changer. So there's many more. So that is exciting. Moving on, the water applications. So 99% of our body, our blood, it's basically water, right? It's flowing through our body. So water is just so crucial, right? And there has been many research has come out about structured water, right? So there are different frequencies. So by informing and infusing different frequencies to your water when you drink it, and those frequencies going to enhance the results, different results regarding different applications. So if you go down the list here, detox is so important, right? Getting rid of the toxins. We are living in toxic soup truly, right? And to have the right water to enhance the effect of detox. So looking forward to it. So there's different functions like enhancing our kidney functions, cell activation, um, enhancing the nutrition transport in our body. If you are working out in fitness, better sleep. Um, there's a plant module. So if you think about some of these names are played in different applications, right? And so there's different frequencies. There's also through the water. This is specific about infusing the frequencies in your water. So that's gonna work together with different ways, right? Better skin. We all want better skins. Mental clarity. Vagus subtle body. Vagus nerve is so important. I done the training on vagus nerve, so you can also go to my channel, look at that, and that it just going through connected to our central nervous system, so important, right? Bioenergetic defense, circulations. We'll be getting more and more explanation on the details on these different programs. But this is just an overview of what's possible within the water applications. If you look about like stress, about deleting negative information, that's interesting. But what is most important is I'm looking for myself is the fasting programs. And actually, if you notice in the last 3 programs, there's 3 different ones, right? I myself practice intermittent fasting. I find it very easy. It saves a lot of money. Um, um, because sometimes, like, depending on you, I don't I don't do a lot of physical work, so I actually don't need to eat that much. So intermittent fasting works really well for me. There's a lot of research has done on that. And I also know that people would fast maybe once a week or once in a while, do multiple days fasting, right? So having the water, and then when you're fasting, you're drinking water or liquid pretty much, right? So this is so exciting. So this specific module for supporting your fasting, if you fast in the morning, in the in the noon or evening, right? So that is interesting because if you know about our natural cycle, um, our body function optimally at different time of the day. If you think about it, like midnight to 2 a.m. in the morning, our body is supposed to be in a deep sleep stage, and then detoxing our body, right? So, and in the morning, of course, we're waking up. We have the more energies in the morning. So again, so then it makes sense that you have different support, different needs depending on the day, right? So that is very, very exciting to have the water to drink during fasting. And the last applications is the McMakin application. So as I say, this is the technology using dual frequency. So it's 2 different frequencies at the same time. It's very different. If you're using the Healy is a single frequency application. It changes from different time to time. Each of the Healy programs can have hundreds of frequencies, but it's single frequencies each time, right? But the McMakin application is actually at the same time, there's 2 frequencies. One has to do with addressing the information field influence at the time. Another frequency has to do selected for optimizing the bioenergetic issues at a tissue level. So it's and then by doing it together, it's very effective. So I'm looking forward for this because people actually have to pay a lot of money to go to her training, to get trained, to be able to be treated by a practitioner using FSM, frequency specific microcurrent. So with these frequencies, the goal of Healy is not to treat any diseases. We always say if you want treatment, you go to a doctor, you go to a therapist, and you get specific treatment, right? So because of that, Healy is not meant to treat a disease, right? And it's not meant to require you to go through special training. So these 24 programs are specifically selected by Dr. McMakin that it's easy to use. Anyone can use without training. So they are harmless. They're harmless and they are very useful for their functions. And so I always say, if you know how to use your cell phone, you know how to use the Healy or the MagHealy. You just literally download the app and you press the button, right? So and so there's easy to apply and very effective. And these are probably some of the most frequently used programs. So let's go through the list, right? So we have a central nervous system, so specific application to optimize our nerves, right? Lower back pain is so common. So there's specific frequencies to address the issues in our lower back. Our neck, that's interesting, right? There's lots happening here, right? I can imagine like our thyroid, different, our tonsils, different area. Joints, lots of people have joint issues like arthritis, inflammations, right? Body comfort, that's interesting. I would like to learn more about that one, right? Just to feel comfortable with our body. Foot, thymus, kidney, after exercise, and that is interesting because after you exercise your body, especially if you're doing weight training, your muscles is breaking down and rebuilding. So there's different frequencies required to support that after exercise. It's interesting. Joint balance, tendon, soft tissues. It looks like there's different soft tissues type of applications. That's very interesting. I actually broke my wrist from downhill skiing, and I used the connective tissues program where it helped my wrist heal in record time. So I'm looking forward to use this to further enhance my tissue. Brain harmony, so important. Emotions, sleep, digestion, um, detox, and um, menstruations, ovaries. So these are reproductive organs. I don't know if you know. A lot of people are suffering fertility issues, and with the madness that's happening right now, I don't know, you know, that people are experiencing changes, major changes in their menstruation cycle. Uh, this is going to be a key area. I actually personally struggle with fertility issues, and needed a lot of help in this area. So this is going to be a very useful application for women. Sinuses, skin, vagus nerve. So looking forward to that. So I'm gonna just go through a little bit, just the results on the clinical study. So the MagHealy actually went through vigorous studies. Thousands of participants involved in these studies, and the studies are being summarized and reviewed by a very reputable doctor named Dr. Harold Wallach, and he is supposed to summarize the findings and then publish it in major medical journals. So this is it, very, very exciting. My understanding is the effects of the clinical studies is actually very significant. That the conclusion from him was that it yields a strong and robust effect that are significant, and the intervention seems to be an effective instrument to improve well-being in otherwise healthy volunteers. And you have to understand, because of compliances, we cannot make any claims. But if you've been using the Healy, you know the power of the Healy. So, but it improved our well-being. That's the best we can say publicly. Um, so just to share with you a little bit about the finding, this is just a little details about, like, you know, the time the studies, 2 weeks was involved. And one of the interesting thing is we're not just comparing the MagHealy with anything out there. That would be too easy, right? We actually compared the effect, the effect of using the MagHealy with our Healy product, which is the Healy Pink app of the IMF, Individualized Microcurrent Frequencies, right? Which is our Pink app, right? And so, as we know, our Pink app is amazing. Lots of testimonial. We have a testimonial group with over 70,000 people sharing their testimonials. So this is a very effective device already, and we're comparing with our own product. So this is very, very interesting. So, and even with that, the difference is significant. So this is just mind-blowing, just mind-blowing. So specifically, there were three results that were shared in the areas of just in general perceived well-being. So so we have two groups. One is just using the Healy Pink program, Pink app, the Healy app programs, IMF, and the other group is using MagHealy. So they measure the results before and after, the baseline and after using the device for 14 days, right? So you can see the blue is the before and then the pink is after. You can see the drastic increase in perceived well-being, and MagHealy won. You know, MagHealy, the improvement was significantly higher. You can actually eyeball it and see the difference, right? Right here, which is a lot more improvement compared to the 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 IMF, the Healy IMF program. The second set of studies was relating to sleep disturbance, like how much better can you sleep? So that's a reduction of this disturbance, right? Again, look at the difference. Like significantly more improvement, decrease in disturbance for the MagHealy versus the pink app, the IMF, which is a big deal. You think about it, sleep is so important. You sleep better, you detox better, and you have more energy during the day. You have better deep sleep. It just then your body can function better during the day. So it ties into, if you sleep better, as you can imagine, it can relate to your well-being, right? The third one is decrease in burden. Okay, so we are feeling different burden and stress and anxiety and pressure, whatever. So again, look at it. It's significant. Look at the difference, right? The MagHealy, the group that's using MagHealy, experiencing a significant decrease in burden, right? Versus the Healy, um, the classical Healy. So that's all I want to share to from now, and we'll have more. We gather here at the same time every week. Please make a note on your calendar, and we'll be sharing more as the training come out. And I highly recommend you to actually listen to the original training. This is meant to be a high-level summary um, um, to share the key benefits of the Healy, the MagHealy. So that's all today. And if you want to learn, if you're new to Healy, you've never heard about Healy, please, if you did your friends share this video with you, please reach out to them to get a free frequency scan and to learn more about the Healy and start optimizing your health.